raw banana fruits, and then banana leaf, and then he would sell it in the market. And he would make very less money because who is going to buy? Very few people are going to buy. He will make very less money. But whatever money he makes, 50% of that he will every day spend in Ganga Puja. And then whatever is left with that, if he can eat something, he will eat something. And then he will keep chanting Hare Krishna. And you loudly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you loudly chant. Then all those Smarta Brahmanas who are envious of him, they used to criticize him. This Sridhar, this fellow already half the time he is starving and his stomach is half empty. And this fellow is so poor that he cannot eat anything. So just to overcome his sense of hunger and his starvation, this fellow is shouting and chanting and he is making a show that he is a big devotee. They used to tell like that. But Sridhar never cared. He did Ganga Puja and then he was chanting. He had one very nice customer who used to come to him every day to buy his products. And that customer was Nimai Pandit, who is Mahaprabhu. So Nimai Pandit used to come to Sridhar and then he will tell Sridhar, what you have displayed today, what is there for sale? Then Sridhar will say, you see, in front of you everything is there, why are you asking? Whatever you want, you take. Then Nimai Pandit will take something. He will take banana, he will take whatever he wants to take. Then Sridhar will say, oh, you want this is this much paisa or this much anna, he will say, he will give the price. The moment he gives the price, immediately Mahaprabhu will start saying that why are you looting us? Why are you making so much of profit? Where are you hiding all your wealth? I know that you are hiding all your wealth somewhere. You are looting all of us. Why you are making so much profit? Reduce the price. Then Sridhar will say, no, I am not making any profit. I am just keeping very, very meager profit. I am not making any profit. And whatever I am making also, 50% I am using for Ganga Puja. Why are you arguing with me? Don't argue with me. Just give me this little price and take. Then Nimai will say, no, you reduce the price. If you don't reduce the price, I will not take. Then Sridhar would say, very good Baba, don't take from me. Go and take from other shop. There are so many shops are there. Go take from other shop. Why are you coming and taking from me? Then Mahaprabhu will tell him, is this the way to treat the customer? Is this the way to treat customer? I am coming to buy from you and you are telling me go to other shop. No, I will buy from you only. I am going to buy from you only. I am your customer, you should give whatever I want. And then this way they will argue back and forth. Finally Mahaprabhu will take something forcibly from him. He will not give him money and he will simply run away. He will not give him money and simply go away. And Sridhar also will shout from behind, hey, Nimai Pandit, please give me money. No, he will say, no, you have too much money. One day I will expose all your wealth in front of everybody. You are actually acting as if you are a poor man. No, you are actually a rich man. One day I am going to expose all your wealth in front of everybody. Like this he will say and run away. Then again, the next day, the same scene will come back and it will get displayed. So this way, Kola Vecha Sridhar means Kola means banana, Vecha means one who sells. Kola Vecha Sridhar and Nimai Pandit, they have very sweet pastimes with each other. And then during Mahaprakash Leela, when Mahaprabhu was displaying his opulence as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was actually giving love of Godhead to everybody. And then he told, please bring Sridhar. So then Kola Vecha Sridhar was brought in front of Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu told Sridhar, today is your day. You ask whatever you want, you are going to get from me. You want all the wealth of the demigods, I am going to give you. Everybody is criticizing you are poor. Let us finish the story. I want to make you the richest person. Whatever you want, you ask. And I am going to give you. Then Sridhar told Mahaprabhu, why are you trying to do this to me? What harm did I do to you? I did not do anything to you. Why are you trying to show me all this wealth? And why are you trying to distract me from my path of devotional service? I am quietly doing my service. I am doing something. And I am not asking anything. Why are you calling on your own and telling me you take this wealth, you take that wealth? I don't want any wealth. I don't want any wealth. All the wealth you want to give, you keep it yourself. I don't want anything. Then Mahaprabhu told him, no, you have to take something. Now this is your time, you should take something. You please take something. Don't say you don't want, you take something. So like this, again some argument was going on back and forth. Finally Sridhar said, okay, you want me to take something, I will tell you what I want. I want that Nimai Pandit to come every day and fight with me and steal the bananas from me. This is what I want. I don't want anything else. So this way, the devotees of the Lord, they are very, very clear. They are very clear that what they want from the Lord. Of course, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturveda bhajante mam jana sukritina arjuna, arto jigyasa arthati jnani chabratashrava. He says like that. He says, even if you want wealth, you come to me. Even if you want your distress to be removed, you come to me. Or even you are very inquisitive, you come to me. Or you are jnani, you come to me. Krishna says, so it is better to go to the Lord if you want something, rather than not go to the Lord. But then, Bhagavatam is showing that better than going to the Lord for something which is available normally. This is what Vyasadeva Narguni is saying. Taseva heto prayateto kovido nalabhyate brahmatam uparyadaha tallabhyate dukkavat anyata sukam kalena sarvatra jagiranam. Saying that whatever is required in this material world, whatever is to be enjoyed in this material world, according to its time, it will automatically come to us. We don't have to run behind it. It will automatically come to us. Just like dogs are there, cats are there, they are not running behind sex life. Sex life is coming to them. Food is coming to them. They are of course running here and there. They are doing something, but not like human beings. Making big university and then wasting so much time studying there and then saying that I have this degree, that degree. Anyway, the point is that Narada is saying very clearly, whatever is to be enjoyed by the body, it will come in due course of time, whether you like or you don't like. So intelligence is to catch something which you cannot catch in these 14 planetary systems by using the same body. So that is called intelligence. So that's why Narada is saying that please utilize the body to catch Krishna. Body will perish. It has to perish. But it has to be utilized very intelligently to get something which we cannot get in this material world. So that process of trying to get something which we cannot get in this material world, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he made it very, very easy. In that process, he made it very easy. He actually gave it before we asked. We did not ask, but he gave it before we asked. He actually mixed Krishna Prema with the Nama Sankirtan. So he brought Prema Nam, Golokera Prema Dana, Harinama Sankirtana. He brought Prema Nam and then he gave that Prema Nam to us even without asking, even though we are not qualified to receive it. He gave it to us. He said, take it and enjoy it. And that he gave, he not only gave Premanam at his time, but he also gave a very, very specific order. He said, Prithvite Ache Jata Nagaradikam Sarvatra Prachara Vede Muranam. And that is the most important order which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And that order is the personification of his causeless mercy. Because normally the Lord comes, he displays some pastime within India, within some region in India, and then he goes. And the beneficiaries of the pastime are those people who are actually in that small geography. It does not extend beyond that small geography. But Mahaprabhu, he gave this order specifically that my mercy will actually resound in every town and village of the world. And that order was taken very seriously by our Parampara, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and our own Srila Prabhupada. And today we have this wonderful facility in Boston because of that order from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that in this world, in every town and village, his name will be chanted. So therefore, today being Ekadashi, is a very nice day to reflect on that costless mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and also to reflect on the intelligence of Kolavacha Sridhar, who purchased Lord Chaitanya by giving up everything which is available in the 14 planetary systems. So, with that meditation, we can stop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, anybody wants to add something, make some comment? Maybe probably like that. Somebody wants to ask a question, it's also fine.
So one question that Bali Maharaj you said want to lower planets.
Yeah.
Why so actually? Everybody want to go to upper planet, but Bali Maharaj said to lower planet.
Yeah, because he was by birth a demon. So the natural residence of demons is the lower planetary system. However, what happens is that when the demons reside in the lower planetary system, their enjoyment is imbued in mode of ignorance. They have enjoyment in lower planetary system, it's explained in Bhagavatam. But then that enjoyment is imbued in mode of ignorance. There's a pure mode of ignorance and darkness is there in the lower planetary systems. But Bali is Mahajan, he is a great devotee. So his natural residence was lower planetary system. So the Lord sent him to lower planetary system because he had to stay somewhere till he becomes Indra again. So he sent him to his natural residence. But then, because of the presence of Vamanadev, that natural residence of Bali Maharaj, which is Rasapala, it actually became Vaikuntha because the Lord resides in Vaikuntha. So wherever Vamanadev resides, it is Vaikuntha. So Rasatala actually became Vaikuntha during Bali's time because the Lord was actually residing there. So there was no question of mode of ignorance being there. There was pure transcendental atmosphere for Bali Maharaj when he was residing in Rasatala. So even though he was residing in lower planetary system, it is considered, well, it was considered at the time much better than the Swargaloka. Because in Swargaloka, Upendra, who is Vamana, he is only in deity form. He is not personally present. So the 33 crore Devatas, they are only worshipping his deity form. He will only come now and then. He is not permanently giving association to them. They are only worshipping his deity. And sometimes he will appear and then he will give them benediction. But with Bali, he was constantly present there in front of him. And Bali was able to constantly see the Supreme Lord. So therefore, Bali is very fortunate. Even though he went to lower planetary system, it was not like lower planetary system when Bali was there. Because of presence of Vamanadev.
Thank you.
Vamandev doesn't stay with Aditi there, or after this incident he came to Sudha. Till that
No, he just appeared with Aditi.
okay.
See, Aditi wanted her sons to regain her kingdom. She was not so much interested in having the Supreme Lord as her son. She wanted the Supreme Lord as her son because her husband told her that this is the way you can actually get the kingdom back for your children. So therefore she did whatever austerity she had to do to get the Supreme Lord as her son. So the Lord also reciprocated with her like that. He came as her son, but he did her business and then he went away. Like Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, Ye tamam prabhadyate tam stateva bhajamya. So he came as her son, he appeared as her son. And then he did his business. When he appeared, then all the different demigods came. They did a very grand Upanayana ceremony for our Vamanadev. Different demigods presented him different things. They did a grand Upanayana ceremony. Immediately after the Upanayana ceremony was over, he directly went, he went to Bali Maharaj's Yakashala like a Vatu. Vatu means a Brahman boy who is studying in the Gurukula. So he went like a Vatu. He took, and then he directly went there, and then he measured 3 steps, whatever he did, whatever he did. So it was not that he was for a long time with Ali. Not. But his associate, the benefit of Vamanadev's association was fully enjoyed by Bali. Because Bali gave himself to Vamanadev. He gave himself. So Vamanadev also gave himself to Bali. So that is how they actually reciprocated each other. Bali gave himself to Vamanadev, Vamanadev gave himself to Bali.
So in the Sargaloka, you said, is the deity worship there? Is
Yeah,
devotional
of course,
services
yeah,
there?
Yeah. No, Sargaloka devotional service is very much there. They are all devotees. All the demigods, all the 33 crore demigods, they are actually devotees. That is why you see that throughout Bhagavatam, many times when the demigods get into trouble, they immediately start praying to the Supreme Lord. They are all devotees. And
So then why don't people ask, like, they desire to go into the Sargaloka? Because if devotional service is also there,
yeah.
they can go to the other loka also.
Yeah, see, in every local devotional service is there. But the point is that if you have to do devotional service, then better go and do devotional service with the Lord. No. Why to go and do devotional service at the in-between places where there is chance of so much distraction? Like devotional service is there, but Rabba Urusi Kanaka is also there. So you will say that I will go and do devotional service, but then you go there and then you see Rabba Urusi Kanaka, you forget devotional service and then you start dancing with them, then what happens to you? You're finished. So that risk is always there. In all planetary systems, that risk is there. That is why actually on all planetary systems, everybody is saying don't come here. You better do devotional service, go back to the Lord. Don't come. So,
But they choose like Earth to come to do devotional service. But Earth has so much of
potency. Because
but
see,
it also has so much of suffering and pain.
yeah, but then that suffering and pain is good. Because it is easy to understand that we are not this body. If there is no suffering, there is no pain, how will you understand that you are not this body? It is very difficult to understand that you are not this body. But if there is no suffering, like in Brahma Loka, it is said there is no suffering, there is no pain. And then there are some yogis who take so much of pain to go to Brahma Loka. They reach Brahma Loka. And after reaching Brahma Loka, then what they do? From Brahma Loka, you have 3 destinations. One destination is we can do pure devotional service and then we can go to Goloka. This is one. Number 2, otherwise we can do devotional service with the idea that I should go to Vaikuntha. Number 2 destinations. Third destination is that you can actually become a leader of any planetary system in the creation. Because you are so qualified, that you can become a leader of any planetary system in the creation. But some yogis choose the third option. They want to become leader of some planetary system in the creation. Such a stupid thing to do. After going all the way to Brahmaloka, better go back home, back to Godhead. No, it is just one stop away from back home, back to Godhead. Better go there. What is the use of coming and taking some position in the material world again? Because whatever position we take in the material world, again, some way or other, we have to fall down and we have to go to hell. You cannot avoid it. You cannot avoid it. Even Brahma, the soul may take a position of Brahma. It doesn't mean that the soul is not liable to fall down. He may fall down also. Our Brahma is devotee Brahma, but there are karmic Brahmas, there are jnani Brahmas. And those Brahmas will simply fall down and they will go through the cycle of mental existence. So why risk? Why to take that risk? That is the whole point. That is the whole point of this sloka also. That why to, anyway we have come to the Lord, anyway the Lord is able to take us back home, back to Godhead, then why to ask Him that give me this in this world, give me that in this world, then take me to Swarga, take me to heaven? Why to ask Him? Better to ask Him, like Gajendra, very beautiful prayer. Originally Gajendra started praying to the Supreme Lord for what?
Rescuing.
For rescuing him from the crocodile. Originally he was praying to the Lord for rescuing from the crocodile. So he was praying, he was saying so many things about the Supreme Lord. As he was praying, he was also thinking, if Supreme Lord is so powerful, why will I simply call him to just rescue me from the crocodile? better let him come and rescue me from the crocodile, but let him also rescue me from the material existence, let him take me back. So, somewhere during the prayer, Gajendra changed his whole intention of calling the Lord. He said that what is the use of having this body which is covered with ignorance? What is the use of having this body? Better when you come, you remove this body also, and then you give me a body which is beyond the influence of time. He said, give me a body which is beyond the influence of time, which means give me a spiritual body. So that is intelligence. Gajendra, he understood by his intelligence that there is no point simply praying to the Lord, he will come, he will cut the crocodile, he will go back, then I will be same elephant, what is the use? So what is the use of this elephant body? So therefore he said that, please release me from this body. Even though he was praying to the Lord to save that body, but he also understood that the body itself is useless. So he didn't want to die in that body and then take one more body. So therefore he wanted to be saved by the Lord from in that body. And then he also wanted the Lord to release him from that body and then take him back to God. Something like that.
So we have some students. Now, of course, they have to work hard. Also, then after that, then they have to work hard as a student, and then they also have to pursue some job.
Correct.
And then it's very difficult. So, as you said, in the Prahlad Maharaj or even Dhruva Maharaj, they didn't ask for anything, and as you were saying that, why to ask for any material benefits. But now, since we live in this world, and with this body, we actually do some devotion, we do devotion, and we have some responsibilities. And so, if they ask this benefits, this kind of not benediction, but these kind of things, the material things, which for their upkeep or something. So, what harm is there? And second thing is that how to get out of this, in a practical sense.
Yeah.
Because we understand that, as a devotee, let me finish the question. So what I'm saying is, I know we have understanding that we should not ask this. Okay, that we are not supposed to ask. We should ask. We should aspire for devotion. But that's the highest bid. But then it is difficult. It's difficult to actually get to that stage. But now, as you say that, don't kill the better in the quest of the best. But then, if you can't aim for the best, but then should we not do at all? Okay. So then, how to get to this? Because since you have been through these stages practically, and also devotionally, you are at certain stage now. So, what is your experience? What do you think? How one should actually go about this? What is the best approach? And I'm not sure the one's consciousness while
So Bhagavatam is saying, Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udarajihi igrena bhakti yogena ejeta purusham param.
Correct.
It means that whether you are akama means you have no desire, or you are sarva kama means that you want everything in this world, you want to enjoy everything in this world, or you are moksha kama, you want to just reject this world and you want to go and merge in Brahman. Or you are udaradhi, you are a very intelligent person, you know that love of Godhead is the aim of life, so you want to get love of Godhead. Whichever category you belong, Bhagavatam is saying you simply do bhakti yoga very seriously. Ivrena bhakti yogena ejeta purusham. So, as I quoted during my small discussion also, I said that Krishna is not putting people away who have material desires. Rather, Krishna is inviting them. Krishna is telling Chaturveda bhajante mam jana sukritina arjuna atma jityasartati jnani chapadakashava. And then he is calling them as sukritinaha. Sukritinaha means that those who have good fortune. Because many people want money, many people want position, many people want to be removed from distress, many people are inquisitive. Not everybody is coming to Krishna. Somebody is going to Durga, somebody is going to Shiva, somebody is going to Kali. People are going to different places. They are not coming to Krishna. Somebody is becoming atheist. Different people are going to different places. But the very fact that these people with their different motives came to Krishna, that means they are fortunate. Therefore, Krishna is calling them as Sukritinaha. And then Krishna is also saying that these people are all broad-minded. Udara sarva evaite, you see. All these people are broad-minded people because they came to Krishna. They did not go to any demigod, they did not give up the Vedic process. Rather, they came to Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is saying these are people are broad-minded because they came to the right destination. They may have wrong motivation, but they came to the right destination. So now there is a very interesting conversation, or there is an interesting thought process which is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So where Krishna himself is thinking that this fellow wants so many things, why should I give it to him? I will just give him my lotus feet. Okay. If that happens, then we are most fortunate because Krishna himself has decided to give his lotus feet to us. But then otherwise, Krishna may put us through a certain situation where naturally we may understand that there is no value in these things which we are aspiring for along with Krishna consciousness. This is what generally happens with devotees. Krishna actually puts through them to a certain experience. Then where they understand, okay, now it is not worth it. Now I asked, like with Dhruva. Dhruva was so much attached to his position that he wanted that position. When Narada Muni came and told him that don't aspire for such things, it is not good for you, Dhruva was not ready to listen. Dhruva told Narada Muni, okay, can you tell me some honest means by which I can see the Lord and get what I want? If you can tell me that, we have some business to do. If you don't want to tell me that, we don't have any business to do. I will find somebody else who can tell me this. He was very straightforward with Narada Muni. He told, this is what I want. Don't try to teach me all this philosophy. I cannot understand all this philosophy. I am Kshatriya. You see my blood is boiling. I have boiling blood. I am Kshatriya. So I want what I want. Can you give this to me? If you can give this to me, let's talk. Otherwise, I will find somebody else. So then Narada Muni said, okay, you are so determined, I will give you the method by which you can attain the Supreme Lord. So Dhruva did austerities. He saw the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada explains in the purport that Dhruva was actually expecting that when the Lord appears in front of him, he will simply put him in Garuda and then take him to Vaikuntha back. This is what Dhruva was expecting. But then the Lord gave him benediction after benediction. He said, you live for 30,000 years, 40,000 years, your senses will not be, always they will remain sharp. So many things he gave. Then you will go to Dhruva Loka, you will rule there, everything. Dhruva is getting shock after shock. Why Lord is doing all these things? Why he is giving me all this benediction? I don't want these things. I am already purified of all these desires. I don't want it. Why he is giving me? But then the Lord said, you have to go through this. Because you wanted this, you have to go through this. So Dhruva then regretted his whole thing. So that regret is very good. So that is what Krishna does. Krishna gives what the devotee wants, but he also gives him the knowledge by which he will understand that what he wanted is not very useful for him. So therefore there is no harm in going and asking Krishna what we want. This is point number one. Point number two, very important point, is that of course we need to maintain the body. In order to maintain the body, we need some job, we need some position, and some of them are naturally intelligent, so they can study many big things. Some of them are naturally talented, so for them studying is not some exertion, so they can easily study. They come to big universities, they have natural brain, they can study and they can master big subjects. There's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing wrong in that. But one point we should remember in Krishna consciousness. What is that? Krishna is saying in the Chatushloki Bhagavatam, in the second shloka, Krishna is saying, Ritertam ya pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tadvidya papano maya yata bhaso yata tamaha. Means that what is Maya? Maya means to see the activities of this material world independent of Krishna. This is called Maya. But if you are able to see the activities of this material world in connection to Krishna, that is not Maya. So therefore, essentially, we should get trained to connect everything to Krishna. Whether we are studying whatever study, we are studying rocket science, or whether we are studying physiology or whatever it is. We should train ourselves to connect it to Krishna. This is the most important thing. The moment we do that, then everything else will fall in place, because then in our life there will be only two type of activities. Activities which are naturally Krishna conscious, and activities which you have made it Krishna conscious. A study also will become Krishna conscious, because we are connecting every knowledge we are getting to Krishna. So our studying also will become Krishna conscious, our getting degree will become Krishna conscious, our going to job will become Krishna conscious, everything will become Krishna conscious. So then what we have to do is that we have to do the activities which we are making Krishna conscious. We should do those activities in such a way that our activity for the taste for naturally Krishna conscious activities is increasing. That's it. That's the balance we need to keep. If we keep that balance, then we are all right. Now, as far as my life is concerned, you asked me the question. That is the last part I will answer, and then of course. I came to Krishna consciousness. I was not in Krishna consciousness from the beginning. I went to Dubai to make money only. Nobody goes to Dubai to become saintly person. Everybody goes to Dubai to make money. Like people come to America to have a nice life. People go to Dubai to make money. So I went to Dubai to make money. But somehow by some good fortune I met some devotees there. And then they brought me to Krishna consciousness. And then we were same. We were making money, we were practicing Krishna consciousness, life was going on. And then we had this opportunity to study Prabhupada books by doing Bhakti Shastri. Somehow or other we got interested, and then we wanted to do Bhakti Shastri. So then me and my wife, we got the opportunity to very scrutinizingly study Bhagavad Gita. So when we studied Bhagavad Gita very scrutinizingly, the point which Prabhupada made in Bhagavad Gita 2.8, Nahi prapashyami mamanupadhyat ichoham uchoshanam indriyanam avapya bhumam asapatnam riddham rajyam suranam abhicharipatyam. This is the shloka. He is saying that even if I get a kingdom which is unrivaled and it is better than the demigods, I cannot get away from this confusion which has come and taken over me. This is what Arjuna says. So in that purport, Prabhupada is writing that the human problem of birth, death, old age, disease, it cannot be solved by any amount of economic development and sense gratification. Prabhupada writing this. So me and my wife, we thought so much about this, and then we thought that then what is the purpose of making so much money? There is no need to make so much money. If we can put food on the table and if we can have some roof on our head, that much money is sufficient. More than that is not prepared. So then we made some planning, and then we just came, and then now we are in Mayapur, roaming around here and there. This is what is the effect of studying Prabhupada books. If you study Prabhupada books seriously, any intelligent person at some point will be able to understand that there is no need to waste time beyond a certain limit. There is no need to waste time.
I know we are supposed to pause. But
No, I can go on, I don't have a problem.
No, I also don't have it. So I just want to ask you one thing, Prabhu. Since you said this, and now then should we do just like what Narad Muni had done, bring just two Dhruva Maharaj. So when people come, because here intelligent people are there, so we should ask them, okay, then you have desires and you have so much of intelligence. Now he's doing PhD at MIT now. He stays with us.
Yeah.
So of course he's a devotee. But I'm saying some I say. So then can we connect them? We'll then find whoever desires, no problem. Then you come, you can ask to the Lord. You can ask to the Lord.
Yeah, why not? We should encourage them to come to the Lord, ask them, my Lord, please give me MIT degree, please give me Silicon Valley job, please give me one beautiful, intelligent PhD wife. Whatever they want to ask, they should come and ask the Lord. What is the problem? They should ask. They should let them come and ask. By asking all these things and by getting all these things, they will understand that there is no meaning in these things. Right? So the Lord is not discounting such people. Who are we to discount such people? You know, in Europe, in one place, Prabhupada was giving lecture, and he heard that the country is full of drunkards. And Prabhupada gave lecture, when you are drinking whiskey, the taste of whiskey is Krishna. Prabhupada said, you can remember Krishna by when you are drinking whiskey, that the taste of whiskey is Krishna, Prabhupada said. So, who are we to stop people? Why should we tell them that give up everything and come to Krishna consciousness? Krishna himself is not saying that. Krishna is saying, whatever you want, you come and ask me. I will show you that all those things are useless. So let Krishna show it to the soul. Let that journey between soul and Krishna, let it go on in its own way. Why should we stop? We should open our door and we should ask everybody to come. Whatever you want to ask to Krishna, come. You ask PhD, AHD, anything you want to ask, you ask from Krishna. And then if Krishna gives, take it and enjoy. No problem. No problem. Why? Why we should stop? Narottam Das Thakur is saying, Dina Hina Jatachido, Hariname Udharilo. He's saying that whether you are Dina or Hina doesn't matter. Whether you are Dhira or Dhira doesn't matter. You come, you take Harinam and then you enjoy. No problem. There is absolutely no problem. From our side, our intention should be that somehow they chant the holy name, somehow they get interested in Prabhupada books. If we are able to kindle that interest in Prabhupada books and kindle that interest in chanting the holy name, then rest Prabhupada book and holy name will do. We don't have to do anything. We can sit and watch fun. That's what we have to do. We just have to make some situation in such a way that the basic thing is that they have to get interested in the holy name. So if they can simply come for kirtan, if you can have some nice kirtan program with some different instruments and that and this, and if they can just come for kirtan, they can enjoy the kirtan, well, that's very attractive. Second is food. Then give them food, prasadam is even more attractive. So kirtan plus prasadam, if they are able to come and they are able to connect, that means they already their journey has started. Then we can encourage them, okay, you pray to Krishna for your degree, for your job, whatever it is, and then it's okay, no problem. There's no. Krishna himself is saying there's no problem. So why we should say there's problem?
Okay, another personal question I want to ask. Now you have been serving, now you are Vanaprastha.
Yeah.
Are you Vanaprastha?
Yeah.
Kind
I
of.
mean, it's not, in ISKCON, there is no, like there's clear brahmachari is there, clear grahastha is there, clear sannyasi is there. Only Vanaprastha, there is no branding. So therefore, I cannot brand, but I am Vanaprastha.
But in one sense. In one sense.
Yeah, technically not, in every sense I am Vanaprastha. My wife is doing some service, I am doing some service, we are roaming around here and there. Sometimes we happen to meet each other and then.
Yeah. Now, in your travel,
Yeah.
in your experience with other devotees,
Yeah.
and in your personal experience, now you may be fortunate enough, like to have a good experience.
Yeah.
You know, after you retire. But there could be some people, or you may, or maybe you personally also may have, they might had a bad experience that it is not wise to give up everything. Okay? Right. Maybe by living in the household life, like I mean, you are also living, but in a sense, like or staying away from from temple, but coming to the temple and doing some activity. Maybe that would be a good option. Okay, and do the service.
Yeah.
Okay. I know it is subjective, and also it is individual experience. But as I'm saying, in your experience of like so much of travel and dealing with all the people, and Mayapur is a hub where you meet all the people. What do you honestly think?
I have seen people who are fried.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have seen people who are enjoyed. I have seen both. Like I am enjoying category. I am enjoying whatever comes.
That's what I'm saying. You are fortunate enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would slightly put it differently. I enjoy getting fried also. So, I have decided to enjoy my life in Krishna consciousness, whether I am fried or whether I am not fried. I have decided to enjoy my life in Krishna consciousness because I understood one simple point that anyway Krishna has caught you. Anyway he is going to drag you. Whether you cryingly go to Krishna or whether you smilingly go to Krishna, it is the same. Okay. Better you smilingly go to Krishna, why cryingly go to Krishna? This is my personal understanding of Krishna consciousness. Okay, that's leave it. But I have seen people who are fried also. People who gave up their jobs, gave up everything, actually came to do some service and then they got nicely fried and then they went back. I have seen that also. Many times what I have seen with such people, generally I have seen two things. One is that in their renunciation, there was no maturity. That is the first point. They thought that it is something like a romantic thing. You know, people think it is very romantic to be. No, they think like that. It's more like a impulsive decision than a properly considered decision. This is number one. And number two, what I have seen is that they have not worked out everything properly. And they take too much risk. This is another category. They take too much risk beyond their capacity to tolerate. So normally, even when I teach students, I tell them that you take manageable risk in Krishna consciousness. Don't take unmanageable risk. You have to take some risk, but you take manageable risk. So when you take unmanageable risk in Krishna consciousness, then when Krishna tests, then the risk is so unmanageable that you are unable to manage. You don't know what to do. You are just lost. So you don't know what to do. Then it becomes very confusing. So either they have taken, like one devotee, he said that I am going to live in farm. And he shifted his whole family to farm. But neither his family was ready to be in farm, nor he was ready to be in farm. So now, problem. Too much risk he took. And that farm also is God-forsaken place. It's not like a nice farm. It's God-forsaken place. No education for children, no association for them. How to live? It's very difficult to live like that. So therefore, there should be considerate decision making in taking risk, number one. Number two, there should be a lot of guidance and a lot of planning. If you want to do something, there should be lot, especially if you want to jump into full-time service, etc., from being Grahastha life, there should be a lot of guidance, a lot of planning. Me and my wife, we planned for 5 years. It was not like a decision which was taken in one moment. The decision was taken in one moment, but then to implement the decision, we took 5 years. We had our own planning, we had our own Excel sheet, we did so many things, what we need, what we don't need, how to fulfill these two basic criteria of putting food on the table and having a roof on the head. So we did a lot of planning. And then after the 5 years, we came.
So that means financial planning has supposed to be done.
Yes. Unless you are like a Mahabhagavata, you are willing to give whatever Krishna wants, then that's a different story. But if you are not, I am not a Mahabhagavata, by the way. I am not even a Bhagavata. I am trying to be devotee. So we did our planning, we did everything, and then we came. But then there are other challenges which you have to face. It's not, if you want to seriously serve Krishna, then Maya will take her duty also very seriously. She will take her duty also very seriously, because the best student is the one who gets tested most. So then she will put you through nice experiences. If you are able to go through them, then it's okay. But if you have decided to enjoy the adventure of Krishna consciousness, then whatever comes is always good for you. It's always good for you. And you have to keep positive frame of mind. So many things will come. People will criticize, people will kick, people will dance. And Krishna will also constantly keep testing whether we are attached to name, fame, position, all these things.
Okay. Let me ask you this question in this way. Then I know it is difficult. It is difficult to give up.
Yeah.
And now when you give up everything, let's say you gave up everything. And when you are now, you kind of on the mercy of, on someone. Of course, it's not. As you make a financial planning, it's kind of, we are okay. But at the same time, we are. In the sense, we have given up our opulent, not opulent, but our careers, whatever the careers which we have, flourishing careers probably. and other things, social things, and now we are here. Now we are here, and now and there are challenges like dealing with people. There are issues. And there could be red tapeism, there could be bureaucracy, there could be other things which are there, and of course, multiple gurus, disciples.
Yes, yes.
Those are all things which come.
Yes.
And mind is churning, and we are being burnt, and we think, oh, what is this? Where am I? Like I was good at some place, and happily practicing Krishna consciousness. Maybe that would have been better than coming to. Maybe this is causing so much of conflict, tension, and also and maybe some offenses also. Okay, and are we really progressing or not? Maybe doubt might be coming, like in this way. Now and you might be all going through this, or maybe you have seen somebody else going through it. So how do you deal with these things, like because I know because sometimes our energy goes down then in this way, like not all the time it could be there. Maybe we could be going through some situation where it's overwhelming, and where we'll be completely down at those times, and those are times, testing times. We think that it's better to get out of this. Nobody is actually acknowledging me. We might have done like sometimes. Sometimes what happens, people give themselves so much, everything they give, and then but then people don't acknowledge it, or they forget about it, and then they see it in a different light, and those are the times we feel like as if we feel that we feel neglected, we feel abandoned, we feel that like not being cared for, and that's when we feel that we think that there's a flaw in Krishna consciousness, something like that. We feel that like the process is lofty, but people are not actually really caring or something. Those kind of moments come through, because see, when you are given up everything, and when you're doing this kind of thing, because now you're dealing with all that, and that's when you might land up in something. So how, like what is your experience, or how did you deal with it? How did other people have dealt with it? What is the thought process in that? Because ultimately we know we have to stay afloat, as you said, whether crying or whether smiling, we have to go to Krishna. And also you said like whether in frying up I still want to I'm okay with frying up, but not everybody would be like that. But also, even though we might say the statement, but when we actually go through that one, we really feel the hate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. So see, I'll just give brief my 13-year history brief. Very quickly, I'll give you my 13
did you resonate what I said?
Yeah, I fully resonate with what you said. I am a management guy, okay, so I can 100% understand what you say. So I'll give my 13-year history in very small way. After I came to full-time to Mayapur. So in 2 years, I became deputy director of Mayapur, one of the deputy directors of Mayapur. In 2 years of my going to Mayapur. Okay. Third year, I was thrown out of management. Okay. And then the same year, I was reappointed to the managing body of Mayapur, called MAC, Mayapur Administrative Council. So 3 years I remained in Mayapur Administrative Council as a member. We started Mayapur Administrative Council with 12 people. And then finally we ended up 6 people. And I was one of them. Then out of the 6 people, 4 people became co-director of Mayapur. And I was again out of management. I am not co-director now. Okay. So I have gone through the ups and downs of management. Okay. And also I was trying to do this hospital project, which I am currently involved in. I was trying to do this hospital project from 2014. From 2014 to 2020, whatever I tried to do failed. Nothing worked out. I was very sincere, I was trying to put my effort, I was trying 100% I was giving, but whatever I did failed. So 6 years, the project was a failure project. And I faced a lot of criticism on that project. Then from 2020 onwards, now suddenly the project is moving like anything. Now already we have spent almost $3.5 million in the project, and we we hope to complete the project next year. I need another $1 million, which I'm sure that I can get from wherever I can get. I don't know from where, but I think I can get from somewhere. I have confidence. And that we need another $2 million for equipment, which I'm already getting from so many places offer that they want to give equipment. So in 4 years, the whole project fate has changed. It has become like one of the fastest moving projects in Mayapur in 4 years. For 6 years, it was going to gutter. This project was going to gutter. So there were no people, nothing. When I actually started the hospital project, I had one nurse and one quack doctor and one fellow who is a drunkard who calls himself nurse. I started with 3 people. Today in the hospital, 120 people are working. But in order to reach this stage, I was ragadified for 6 years. So I went through that whatever Krishna did with me for 6 years, whatever Mahaprabhu did with me for 6 years, I went through that. There was a time when someone would give me 1,000 rupees donation, I would jump on the street, I got 1,000 rupees donation. There was a time like that. Then I also saw one time where one devotee came and offered crores of rupees by himself. I did not go and ask him. He just came on his own. He came, he knocked my door, and then he said, "Are you in charge of hospital?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I want to give some money to hospital. How much you want?" I thought he is going to give me some 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. I am a joker. I keep joking. So I told that guy, "Give me 75 lakhs. I want to make a lab." He gave me 75 lakhs. And then I was crying that why did I ask him 75 lakhs only to him? I should have asked him 1 crore, 2 crores. Then I went back and asked him 2 crores. He gave me 2 crores. Till today he has given me 15 crores for the project. One devotee. I did not cultivate him. I did not go behind him. He came behind me. And every time he sent me money and then he says, thank you for taking money. Krishna said that kind of person also after 6 years of grind. Krishna said that kind of person also. So, my point is that when I came to Krishna consciousness, I was very, very clear. My Shiksha Guru told me very clearly that you are taking some step in your life, you are doing something, do it in such a way that you are always able to take advantage of whatever experience you are getting. So this is the first instruction he gave me. And second point, very important point he told me, which I always remember in my life. He told me that throughout Bhagavatam you will not find anybody who is happy. He told me this, that throughout Bhagavatam you will not find anybody who is happy. You will find everybody who has problem. But what is the speciality of these people? These people actually converted their problem into opportunity to progress in Krishna consciousness. So he told me, you also learn that art of converting your problem into opportunity to progress in Krishna consciousness. I am still trying to do that. I am not very expert in doing that, but I am still trying to do that. So therefore what happens when people try to fry me, I make it like a nice bacon fry and eat it and then enjoy it. So then what happens? You are getting something out of it. The experience is giving you something positive because you are able to do something in Krishna consciousness with it. Then it is okay. Then that experience is okay. There's no problem. There's no problem. That experience is okay. And then another important point is that anyway Krishna knows what we are doing. And anyway Krishna knows what we are not doing also. He knows both. He knows what we are doing. He knows what we are not doing. So where is the question of recognition? If Krishna knows what we are doing and Krishna knows what we are not doing, then where is the question of recognition? There is no question of recognition. We don't have to look for recognition. If I can do something and if I am not doing it, that also Krishna knows. If I am unable to do something, I am taking risk doing it, that also Krishna knows. So then who else need to recognize? There is no need for any recognition. If you understand this, you can be self-driven. You don't need somebody to recognize what work you are doing. Even you can give credit to others. If you understand this, you can easily give credit to others. That's why most of the time I operate from background only. I don't come in the front. I am very comfortable doing that. I just want work to be done. Who takes credit, who doesn't take credit, what is the big deal? Anyway, Krishna knows what you have done. So if Krishna knows what you have done, then what is the big deal? And if you have not done something and if Krishna knows that, then what is the big deal? So therefore, in Krishna consciousness, there is actually no need for recognition. If you are a mature devotee. But in the beginning stage, definitely everybody needs recognition. Definitely everybody needs encouragement. I got a lot of encouragement, I got a lot of recognition in the beginning stage when I was in Dubai. Dubai was my honeymoon period in Krishna consciousness. Because there you get a lot of encouragement, you got a lot of recognition, you get a lot of, there's no bureaucracy there, there's no administration there, there's no bureaucracy there, you just preach, that's it. All intelligent people preaching, that's it, nothing more. So that nectar which I got, that was very useful when I got into the rigmarole of ISKCON and ISKCON management, etc. I'm quite okay to be management. I'm quite okay with all these ups and downs which I go through. I'm fine. Right. There's no problem.
Okay, no, I understand that. Now,
But if you are a person who needs some recognition, and not I'm talking about you, okay, I'm just if there's a devotee who actually thinks that I need some recognition to function in Krishna consciousness, then he should also have a good mentorship where he can actually get that recognition, he can get that encouragement where he wants. He should have a very good mentorship. So if he gets that mentorship, if he has that kind of guidance around him, then that guidance will actually protect him, it will give him that encouragement, it will give him that recognition, and it will give him that shelter. Many times devotees want shelter. Because especially when they go through difficult times, they need shelter. And that shelter they need from some devotee. Most of my time, you may be very interested or surprised to know, most of my time when I am in Mayapur just goes in talking to devotees or listening from devotees. Because devotees don't have anyone to talk to or anyone to listen. So that itself is a great service. You just sit and listen to devotees and then give them some encouragement. And many wonderful things can be done. So if devotees are of nature that actually they need some encouragement, they need some shelter, then they should seek such association where they can get that encouragement and shelter. That's very, very important. Without such association, then they will not be able to sustain Krishna consciousness. A very important thing. Very, very important. Very important. If you are able to take the rough ride, then it is okay. But if you are not able to take the rough ride, then better you take some shelter which will cushion you. Because it's very important to be Krishna conscious. Then comes whether you can take the rough ride or you cannot take the rough ride. Eventually you will take the rough ride. But as long as you are not ready, that safe association should be there. It's a very, very important thing. And as leaders, it is our duty to provide that safe environment to budding devotees. That they feel confident, they feel sheltered, they can actually take some inspiration and they can feel that encouragement. If we can create that environment, then everything will flourish. Everything will flourish.
okay. The another one. Don't you feel that when you see that that there are when we get bad experiences, that there are some impurities in our movement, or don't you see that devotees with lower mindsets, or with with higher motives, or with selfish motives, they are doing certain things, okay, and probably they're putting a facade, something like that. When you see such kind of things which is happening, and they are still on certain, they are still somewhere there, or maybe on the managerial position also. So how you feel, like, don't you feel that, like, oh, this is actually somewhere, and in one sense you think about it, that like maybe the people who got out of ISKCON movement as such, maybe they also got this kind of experience. I mean, that's why they got out. Probably they wanted something, but they did not get it. That's another thing. But in one sense, didn't they see that, like, maybe people with the selfish motives are around here, and then that's why they do it. Although I think you can take that. This is something different which I'm asking. This is not a.
I've taken.
Yeah?
I've taken.
Yeah. This is something which is.
So-
you can, if you want, you can go. You will take darshan? Yeah, you can take darshan, and you can go upstairs and eat some prasad.
No, I'm enjoying this conversation.
Huh?
Okay, very good.
So my point is that, see, Krishna himself is saying that different type of devotees are coming to Krishna. Okay. So therefore, we have to expect that different type of devotees will be in Krishna consciousness. There will be devotees who have ulterior motive. There will be people who are like devotees, but they are actually not devotees. There will be people who are who have some sort of vengeful mentality, because there are devotees in mode of ignorance, there are devotees in mode of passion, and devotees in mode of goodness. So then Kapiladev actually explains that there are devotees in mode of ignorance who have three qualities, there are devotees in mode of passion who have three qualities, and devotees in mode of goodness who have three qualities. So then there are pure devotees who are beyond this ignorance, passion, and goodness. So that means we are going to get the whole spectrum of devotees in ISKCON. So starting from the devotee in mode of ignorance to a transcendental personality who is a pure devotee, we are going to get the whole spectrum in ISKCON. And we are going to deal with the whole spectrum in ISKCON. So if you are in ISKCON, you don't have any choice, you have to deal with it. This is point number one. So there is no surprises there. So they are going to be there, because it's already said in the Shastra that they are going to be there. So they are going to be there. The Daksha was actually seeing his daughter committing suicide in front of him, and he did not do anything to stop his daughter committing suicide. That's Daksha. So that much violent he became. So therefore, there's going to be abuse, there's going to be violence, there's going to be lot of things in within the society, within the movement. It is not surprising. It is going to be there, because different type of people are there. They are coming with different motives, and some people are vulnerable, some people are exploitative. All this whole combination is there. Now, how to deal with it? This is the main point, that how to deal with it. So personally, I have two ways of dealing with it. One way is that I simply focus on circle of influence. I think you are very, very familiar with this circle of influence and circle of concern, right? Like circle of influence means people who will listen to you and change. Circle of concern means that you cannot even approach them. Forget they listen to you and they are changing. You cannot even approach them, but you have some concern about their behavior, right? So my experience has taught me that focusing on circle of influence is very, very powerful, number one. And number two, there is one person called Krishna. He is considered the supreme personality of Godhead. So therefore, if he wants, he can increase your circle of influence like anything. If he wants, he can do that. He can widen your circle of influence like anything, that so many people will come and listen to you. If he wants, he can do that. I have full confidence in that. I have seen that happening in my life. I was in Dubai, I was doing one Bhakti Viksha with 3 families. From doing Bhakti Viksha to 3 families and then managing a whole project in Mayapur or managing whole of Mayapur, I have seen what Krishna did with my life. Of course, he also gave so many difficulties in that. I explained that also to you briefly. So, but I have seen that working on circle of influence is very, very effective, number one. Number two is that I strongly believe that this movement is supervised by Srila Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami Prabhupada himself wrote in the beginning of Nectar of Instruction that the Krishna conscious movement is conducted under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. So, when we see things which we cannot control, but we have some concern, it is not that we have to keep quiet. We can always go and tell Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I am concerned about these things. It is your movement. Can you do something about this? Or you pray to Rupa Goswami when you go to Vrindavan, that you are supposed to supervise this whole movement. So many things are happening under your supervision. Can you do something about this? These people have great influence. They can do whatever they want to do. This is point number 2. Point number 3. Praying to the deities is very, very powerful. Go and pray to the deities that give me the strength to go through whatever I am going through. And also please do whatever you have to do with this movement. So this way you have dealt with things which you are concerned about. It's not that you have ignored them, but you have also worked on places where you have some influence. Of course, if there is some abuse and other things, then immediately you have to report. That you cannot stop. Those things if you strictly follow, that if there is an abuse, then immediately if there is child abuse, then it should be reported to CPO. If it is a pastoral abuse, it should be reported to the concerned body of pastoral abuse. So these things we cannot stop. These things have to be done immediately. There are some immediate duties which have to be done, and there are some duties which you can do within your influence, and there are some things which is out of your influence for which you can offer prayers. Prayers are very effective. So then you have done something in all the spheres, then you are satisfied. And I have also seen that people who are claiming power, people who are claiming influence, suddenly they become nobody one day. One day they just become nobody. It takes only one day to become nobody. Krishna is very powerful. He can pull the rug under anybody's feet, including my own feet. So if I am ready for the rug pulling, then when Krishna pulls the rug, I can enjoy it. If I am not ready for the rug pulling, when Krishna pulls the rug, it hurts. That's the difference. So, there's a nice pastime Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and his disciple. One of his disciples was cultivating one businessman in Bada Bazar. And this businessman, he used to give 1 rupee to Gaudiya Math. Those times, 1 rupee is a big thing. Every month he used to give 1 rupee. So then, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur told that please bring that businessman, let me preach to him. So then this brahmachari, he actually told that businessman that, sir, Guru is calling you, please come. So this businessman also said, okay, I will come. So he came. When he came and he entered Gaudiya Math, he saw 2 brahmacharis in their gamcha and they were hitting each other with a chair. So then this fellow got confused. Then he went back. He didn't see Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. So then Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked this brahmachari that, hey, what is this? This businessman was supposed to come, he didn't come. So he went and asked this businessman, Arey, you didn't come, Guru was waiting, Guruji was waiting, you didn't come. He said, what can I tell you? I came, but I came into Gaudiya Math, I saw this, the 2 brahmacharis in Gamcha trying to hit each other with chair. Every day I am seeing this in Bada Bazar, why I should come to Gaudiya Math to see this? Why I should come to Gaudiya Math to see this? Therefore I came back. So then this brahmachari went to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur and told him, see, this is the situation, this is what he told. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, okay, it's okay, no problem, call him again. So he called again, and then this person went. And then Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked him, did you come, why you did not come first time? He said, I came. And then I went back. Why you went back? He was a little hesitant to explain what he saw because, this Sadhu Sannyasi is the head of the Math. How will I explain that, I saw 2 brahmacharis trying to hit each other with chair, it's not very good. He said, no problem, you explain what you want. Whatever you saw, you explain. Then he said that I saw 2 brahmacharis, they were trying to hit each other with chair. I am seeing every day this in Bada Bazar, why you should come here to see this? I saw it's a spiritual place. I saw this here, so I got frustrated, I went back. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur asked him a very important question. He asked him, did you come here to do Bhagavad Darshan or did you come here to do Dosh Darshan? What did you come here to do? You came to do Bhagavad Darshan or Dosh Darshan? Then this fellow did not know what to say, he was just looking at him. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur explained to him. He said, this Gaudiya Math is hospital. in this hospital I am the doctor. I am giving treatment. All these brahmacharis are all patients. Some of them are seriously ill, some of them are getting better. But because they are taking my treatment, one day they will be healthy. But if you come to hospital and then if you say, oh, I came to hospital, I saw sick people, so I went back, doesn't make any sense, because hospital is meant for sick people. So these people are taking some treatment and I am giving them treatment. One day they will become healthy. But if you don't take any treatment, if you go back from the hospital, you will always remain
Sick.
It's a very nice pastime. So when I heard this pastime, first I took it to heart. First I understood I myself am sick. Second, I understood that the people around me are also sick. So therefore, I am in a place which is like, ISKCON is like a hospital. So how can I complain that there are sick people here? Only sick people will be here. So then I should try to cure myself and I should also help others to get cured. Then it becomes much more tolerable. Much more tolerable. Right? Then it becomes easy, becomes much more tolerable. Of course, people will do so many things. They will do what is their capacity. We have to do what is our capacity. It's like the sadhu and the scorpion. I'm sure you know the story of sadhu and the scorpion. Yeah. Like the scorpion has its quality, the sadhu has its quality. So we have to decide whether we should be the scorpion or whether we should be the sadhu. So if we decided to be sadhu, then we should have the quality of sadhu, irrespective of how many scorpions are around us. We should just have the quality of sadhu. It is not easy. I'm not saying it is easy. It is not easy, but if we do it for Krishna, that becomes our austerity. And when that becomes our austerity for Krishna, then there is no hard feelings. Momentarily, there may be some disturbance, but overall there is no hard feeling. You are enjoying the ride. Krishna is taking you on the ride. You are enjoying the ride. It's a roller coaster. Sometimes you are up, sometimes you are down. Sometimes you are screaming, sometimes you are laughing. It's okay. Right?
Yes. Thank you, bro. I think I would love to discuss more, but I think we should pause here. I think that's
Okay.
it. But thank you for coming and thank you for having this wonderful conversation.
Yes.
I appreciate that. And I just want to put a disclaimer in that. I'm no way unhappy. I'm very, very happy.
If you are unhappy, you will not be here.
Yeah.
I know all the discussion we make because we just want to churn things. If you are not happy, you will not be here. You will not be running this temple. I know that I was never running a temple. I know that running a temple is a big responsibility. You have taken that responsibility. You are doing it so nicely. You have to manage so many devotees. Without that level of happiness, without that level of satisfaction, Krishna consciousness, you cannot do your service. But of course, it's always nice to have good discussions. I am not saying that I was trying to tell you what to do. I am just trying to share whatever